Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for two topics for September month, that is summit and conferences and science and technology. The session will be quite interesting and important, students, so stay tuned with us till then. You will be learning a lot of new things and a lot of new things will be revised in your video. So let's start. The first question asked here is, identify the theme of BRICS CCI Healthcare Summit 2025 presided over by Union Minister of State Pratap Rao Jadhav in New Delhi. So what is the theme of this BRICS CCI Summit that is BRICS CCI Healthcare Summit that was held recently in New Delhi? Theme being bridging tradition and innovation. This is the theme here. Next, identify the correct statement regarding Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi's visit to China from 31st of August to 1st of September. If we see here, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. It is saying Vietnam was granted the status of SCO dialogue partner by the CHS of SCO member nation. Is it so? Is it your Vietnam that was granted here the SCO dialogue partner status? No, it is Laos People Democratic Republic that was granted this status. Laos People Democratic Republic was granted the status of SCO dialogue partner. Next, which edition of the Global Sustainability Summit was held from 2nd to 3rd of September in New Delhi, organized by CCI, Confederation of Indian Industry, ITC Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development. So it was the 20th edition of this Global Sustainability Summit. Next, in September, which of the following organization unveiled the theme for the Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave scheduled to be held from 3rd to 5th of November at Bharat Mandapam? So it is Department of Science and Technology. Next, who led the Indian delegation at the 44th meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure Council held in Cholpon Ata in Kazakhstan? So who led the Indian delegation here? It was led by TV Ravichandran. Next, which ministry organized the first ever Gyan Bharatam International Conference on reclaiming India's knowledge legacy through manuscript heritage in September? It is Ministry of Culture. Next, where did the 4th Coast Guard Global Summit was held in September, in which India Coast Guard participated, reaffirming India's commitment here? So it is Italy. Where was this held? It was held in Italy. This is the location. Next, how much funding was announced under the call for proposal schemes to support startup in green hydrogen innovation during the inauguration of the first Green Hydrogen Research and Development Conference in September? So how much funding? It was 100 crore rupees funding that was called for the proposal schemes to support the startups in green hydrogen. Next, in the 2-day National Agriculture Conference, that is Rabi Abhiyan, held in New Delhi, the Government of India set the target of 362.5 million tons of food grains for Rabi season for FY26. That means we need to grow this amount of food grains. Next, students, now these were your summit and conferences. Now let's move to science and technology. First is, mention the company that signed a licensing agreement for the transfer of technology with the Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory, Hyderabad, Telangana, to produce fused silica radar domes, a vital component used in the seeker-based guidance systems of missiles. So, which is it? It is Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. Next, mention the name of the radiometer developed by the Raman Research Institute that designed to detect the faint 21 centimeter hydrogen signals from the cosmic dawn. So mention the name of that radiometer. It is what is the name of it? It is Pratyush. Right? Next, name the spy satellite launched by Israel into the designated orbit atop a Satvit rocket from Palchim Air Base. So it is OFAC 19. Name is OFAC 19th. Right? And it was located, where is this located? It is in south of Tel Aviv, the capital of Israel. Next, in September, which mission of NASA discovered two rocky Earth-sized exoplanets orbiting the near K-type star TOI 2322, situated approximately 195 light years from Earth? So, which is that satellite? Which mission of NASA discovered this? It is TESS, Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. Next, mention the country that in September unveiled the Jinglei 1 air-launched ballistic missile during the 2025 military parade. It is China. China unveiled this satellite. Unveiled this particular missile, ballistic missile. Next, GE Space, a Chinese space technology, launched a total number of 11 satellites for their which constellation? That is for their Geely constellation, using Smart Dragon 3 rocket from Tian Satellite Launch Center in East China, Shandong Province. Right, this is the Geely satellites, and this GE Space is the company. Correct, GE Space. This is a China space technology. They have launched a total of 11 satellites for their Geely constellation using Smart Dragon 3 rocket. Correct, and this Geely constellation, it is expected to have 75 satellites by 2025 in the first phase. Next, in September, which space company announced the launch of their 4th generation Gen 4 satellite that is now available for commercial operations? So it is ICE. Next, in September, which Indian aerospace and defense company collaborated with Spain's Indra to successfully commission the Lenza and India's first indigenous 3-dimension air surveillance radar into Indian Navy on their Indian naval ship Mysore? So it is Tata Advanced Systems Limited, TASL. Next, in September, Astroscale Japan Incorporation signed a launch agreement with New Space India Limited for their in-situ space situational awareness Japan mission. Right? Next is name the Arjuna class asteroid discovered by astronomers in September that became Earth's latest quasi satellite. It is 2025 PN7. So these are your important current affairs for these two topics, students. Now is time for the revision part. Next is identify that Indian cooperative organization that secure the world's #1 rank based on the GDP per capita performance in the International Cooperative Alliance World Cooperative Monitor released in November. If we look at the options here, option 2 is rightly mentioned, that is Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited. Next is who was honored with the 2025 World Leader for Peace and Security Award by the Boston Global Forum and Artificial Intelligence World Security Summit at Howard University in USA in November. So who was honored with this World Leader for Peace and Security Award? Right option is Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar. Next, in November, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs released the Swachh Sarvekshan 2025 ranking, the world's largest urban cleanliness survey. Name the city with a population above 10 lakh rupees that was ranked as the dirtiest in India. Which is it? It is Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Next is who was conferred with Manohar Parrikar Yuva Scientist Award for outstanding contributions to computational material science. So who was honored here? Dr. Sai Gautam Gopal Krishnan was honored here. Next is Justice Surya Kant has been appointed as the 53rd Chief Justice of India. He will be succeeding Chief Justice B.R. Gawai, who is set to retire on 23rd of November. Next, Sanjay Garg, a 1994 batch IAS officer from Kerala cadre, was appointed as the new Director General of which state? Here of what? Of which organization? It was for Bureau of Indian Standards, following the supination of Pramod Kumar Tribari. Next, who took oath for her second consecutive term as the President of Tanzania during the ceremony held at the military parade ground in Dodoma in November 2025. So who took oath here? It was by Samia Suluhu Hassan. Right, with this, she became the first woman to hold the presidency and served as the 6th President of Tanzania. Next, name the electric tactical all-terrain vehicle unveiled by Praveg Dynamics Private Limited in October, which became India's first defense EV developed for special operations and reconnaissance missions. So what is the name of that? It is Veer. Veer is the name of this electrical terrain, electrical tactical, or this is electric tactical all-terrain vehicle, that is ETATV. Next, mark the incorrect statement regarding the launch of India's heaviest military communication satellite, that is CMS-03, launched by ISRO. If we look at the option here, we have to find the incorrect statement. Option A is right, option C is right, B is wrong, which is our answer. B is saying that the CMS-03 satellite is designed for Indian Air Force, will enhance communication service across the Indian Ocean region. No, if we see about this, yes, this is a satellite that has been, basically it is a multi-band communication satellite. It will enhance the communication in the Indian Ocean region, right? And it is for Indian Navy, right? So it is not for Indian Air Force, but it is for Indian Navy. Next, identify the Earth observation satellite launched in November by European Space Agency and Ariane Space using Ariane 6 rocket from Guyana Space Center in French Guiana. So, what is that Earth observation satellite? It is Copernicus Sentinel-1D. Next, who became India's 90th chess grandmaster in October after securing the final grandmaster norm at the Bijlian tournament in Bosnia and Europe, and is also the 35th grandmaster from Tamil Nadu? Who are we talking about? Ilam Parthi, Aval Pundrari, Ravi Kumar, right? He became the 35th grandmaster from Tamil Nadu and 90th chess grandmaster from India. Correct? Next, name the team that emerged as the champion of Pro Kabaddi League Season 12, defeating Puneri Paltan in the finals held at the Tyagraj Indoor Stadium in New Delhi. So identify the team here which we are talking about. So right option is Dabang Delhi KC. Next, in November, Indian tennis player Rohan Machanda Bopanna announced his retirement from professional tennis. Which of the following statement about his career is incorrect? If we see here, option A is right, B is right, C is wrong, which is our answer. He won the men's singles gold medal at the 2018 Jakarta Asian Games. Is that so? So, he won the men's double gold medal, right? Men's double event in which he won the gold medal in the 2018 Jakarta Games. He was also honored with Padma Shri in 2024. Remember this. Next, Indian women cricket team has won the first ever ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2025 title on 2nd November, defeating South Africa by 52 runs at the Dr. D.Y. Patil Sports Academy of Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. Mark the correct statement regarding the ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2025. So if we look at the option A is right here. We have to find the correct statement, right? So option A is right and B is right. C is wrong. So option A is our answer, B is our answer. C is saying that the winner's prize money for 2025 ICC Women's ODI World Cup was $5.58 million, while the runner-up received $2.24 million. Is it so? So if we look at the prize money here, so champions claim $6.58 million, right? While the runner-up, that is South Africa, who were the winners? India were the winners, so $6.58 million. Whereas the runners, who were South Africa, they received $3.24 million. So now, see, even the slightest number change, right? The answer can vary, right? It becomes incorrect statement. So you need to pay attention to this, even the slightest data. Next, the third edition of the Asian Youth Games was held in Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain from 22nd to 31st of October. The People's Republic of China topped the medal tally standing with 63 gold medals. How many gold medals did India win at this event? So if we see here, India won a total of 13 gold medals at this event. If we talk about as a whole, India won a total of 48 medals, out of which 13 are gold, 18 are silver and 17 are bronze. Whereas People's Republic of China, they won a total of 147 medals, 63 gold, 49 silver and 35 bronze. And they secured the first position in the medal tally, whereas India secured 6th position in the medal tally. Next, in November, the Indian origin British billionaire and chairman of Hinduja Group passed away in London. So, Gopichand Paramanand Hinduja, right, the Indian origin billionaire, British billionaire and the chairman of Hinduja Group recently passed away, born in 1940. Next, Richard Bruce Dick Cheney, the 46th Vice President of USA, passed away in November 3rd in Washington, D.C. Identify the term during which he served as the Vice President under the President George Washington Bush. So, the time period was 2001 to 2009. Next, the National Unity Day or your Rashtriya Ekta Divas is observed on the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as the Iron Man of India. This year it was 150th birth anniversary here. So if we look at the option here, option B is incorrect. RANCRI. B is saying that during the celebration, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 150 rupees commemorative coin and a 10 rupees postage stamp in the honor of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So no, it was a postage stamp of denomination 5 rupees, whereas the coin was of 150 rupees commemorative coin. So now option B is also right. Next, when was International Day for Biosphere Reserve observed to raise awareness about the importance, conservation and sustainable management of Biosphere Reserve? So when do we observe this day? It is observed on 3rd of November, right? And this time it was the 4th edition of it that was observed. Next, in November, which Indian state became the first to sign a letter of intent with Elon Musk's Starlink Satellite Communication Private Limited to provide satellite-based internet service across government institution and rural communities? And which is that state we are talking about? First Indian state, it is Maharashtra. Next is in October, 3 Indian companies received the first approval to import rare earth magnets from China. Identify the currency used in China. So it is yuan that is being used in China. Correct? Next, in October, India exported the first ever air shipment of GI tagged Indi and Pulyakundi limes to UK. The Indi lime originates from which state? So the Indi lime originates from Karnataka. Right? Option 4th. Next, in October, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 storm, caused severe destruction across Haiti, Jamaica and Cuba, leading to widespread flooding, landslides and infrastructure damage. Name the capital city of Cuba that was impacted by the hurricane. So it is Havana that was impacted by the Hurricane Melissa. Next, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, that is IRDAI, they imposed a penalty of 1 crore rupees on Liberty General Insurance for regulatory non-compliance. Identify the year in which IRDAI was established as India's insurance sector regulator. It is 1999. Next, name the wildfire sanctuary in Madhya Pradesh that was announced by the Chief Minister Mohan Yadav to become the 3rd habitat for cheetahs under India Project Cheetah in October 2025. It is Nodrahe Wildlife Sanctuary. Right? It is located where? It is in Madhya Pradesh. Next, students, the Maldives has become the first and the only country to introduce a generational smoking ban, a landmark policy aimed at protecting the future generations from tobacco addiction in November. What is the capital of the Maldives? It is Mali is the capital of the Maldives. Here, the ban applies to all the tobacco products including cigarettes, cigars, pipe tobacco, e-cigarettes, vaping device, and retailers there are required to verify the age of the buyers before completing any transactions. Correct? Next is which ministry has appointed Akhil Kumar as the interim managing director and chief executive officer of the Common Service Center Special Purpose Vehicle, succeeding Sanjay Kumar Rakesh in November. So which ministry is it that has appointed Anil Kumar as the interim managing director and CEO? It is MEITY, Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. Next, identify the institution that has been officially recognized and included in the World Book of Records for their exceptional contribution to sustainable development, cultural exchange, and intellectual collaboration in November. So, identify that institution. Which is that institution? It is India Habitat Center. Next, in November, FATF, Financial Action Task Force, they have released a report commemorating India's Enforcement Directorate as model agency for asset tracing, freezing and confiscation. In which year was the FATF established? So FATF was established in 1989. Next is, in November, Rakshit Hargave was appointed as the new CEO and executive director of which company following the resignation of Ranjit Singh Kohli? So for Britannia Industries Limited, he has been appointed as the new CEO and executive director.